What's up guys, it's Tom here, and today we're going to talk about building confidence. But first I'm going to start with why you need confidence. And quite simply, you need confidence to live your best possible life. You can't live your best life without confidence because you will not take the opportunities that life throws at you because you'll be too scared. Instead, you'll live in that same bubble day in, day out. You need confidence to capitalize on all the low cost, high reward opportunities that life throws at you. So for example, a 10 out of 10 girl walks down the street. A low confidence guy never knows what's on the other side of that because he'll never have the confidence to go up to her and approach her and get a number. But if you're a high confident guy, you'll see that as a low cost. Go up to that girl, who knows what happens, maybe nothing comes from it, but maybe you end up going on to get married and having kids with that girl. If you don't have confidence, you'll never know what's on the other side of potentially infinite upside, but with minimal cost. You may have had that thought for the past year that you want to go solo traveling, but you've just not done it because you've been too scared to act on it. And instead, it's just been a desire that's in your head instead of actually going out there and experiencing what it's like to live a solo traveling lifestyle. So it's clear that you need confidence for all the things that I'm about on this channel, which is going out there and experiencing and living a good life. So how do we get that confidence? Well, we're going to start with the first thing. The first rule of confidence, that is you cannot build confidence without doing things in real life. I mean, you can sit there in your room all you want and say positive things about yourself, and yeah, you'll feel pretty good. But until you go out there in the real world and externalize that confidence, then it isn't anything. It doesn't actually mean anything and it will fade away. You need to get out there and speak to people with confidence. Because let's say you get into the habit of making eye contact and saying hello to every stranger that walks past you on the street. You don't have to have a long conversation with them, but just nod at them, say hello, and you get on with your day. Then when that 10 out of 10 walks past, she's just another person. She's not on the pedestal all of a sudden, and you're like trying to build up this courage to go speak to her. Instead, no, she's like by default, you're already going to speak to her. And if anything comes of it, brilliant. But if it doesn't, then it's not the end of the world. Leading on from this, I find there's a two-way relationship between being good at something in real life and confidence. The better you get at something, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the more opportunities you take, and then the better you become at the thing. The positive feedback loop, which constantly works in your favour, will create momentum for you becoming more confident. If you can become good at something in the real world, you'll notice your confidence skyrocket. I've noticed this for myself in the past year. So in the past year, I started personal training people one-to-one around August, September last year. So not even a year now, but the clients I've been taking on for that time have made some really good progress. And that makes me as a coach feel really confident in my abilities and my skills, which transfers over to everyday conversations. I naturally feel more competent in myself, and I feel like I can take on new challenges because I've shown myself what I'm capable of. And I do think this is realistic for everyone. You could become good at the job you do or the studies you do at school or in college or the actual full-time job that you do. If you become good at that and you feel proud of yourself from that, that confidence does carry over to real life and other conversations outside of that setting. Knowing that there's something out there that you're good at does come with a natural confidence that you do walk around with. The second biggest thing for building your own confidence is keeping to your word. If you say something's going to happen, whether it's to someone else or to yourself on a task list or something like that, then it has to be done. You need to show to yourself that your word means something, because then you get a natural belief in what you say you're going to do is going to happen. Let's say you've had an extremely productive week. You didn't skip any workouts, and when you said you was going to phone the bank, you ended up phoning the bank, and you didn't put that off to the next day, and you didn't have any cheat meals either. So you've been really clean for the week, and you've stuck to everything you said you was going to do. Now, let's say this week goes by, and at the end of the week, on a weekend, a fit girl walks past you on the street, like a proper 10 out of 10, your type to a T. She's there, and you say to yourself, right, I'm going to go up there and approach her. Now, instead of getting this like anxiety around, is she going to reject me? You actually get this like excitement because you believe in yourself that you're going to go up there and it's going to go well. I mean, maybe she'll still reject you, maybe she doesn't want you, like, fair enough, that's not in your control. But because you're comfortable in yourself and you know that you're going to go do it, you actually get this like a mentality change where you're going up there with like actual excitement of like fucking hell, this could go well sort of thing, like rather than just pure anxiety about it going wrong. So I do think sticking to your word is important. Even outside of building confidence, it's just a good thing to do, and you end up trusting yourself a lot more. You're just way more present, so I do recommend keeping to your word regardless. So the third thing you can do to boost confidence is to become non-needy. So all confidence really is just a complete lack of neediness. As soon as you stop needing things from the outside world, you naturally become more confident. Now, I'm not saying you need to cut out everything, including food and drink, because obviously you need them to survive, but what I am saying is you probably don't need to be on your phone for like 6 hours a day, and you can definitely go 3 consecutive hours without being on your phone. Specifically, it's when you get cravings for things and you still don't indulge in it. So let's say I go 6 hours without being on my phone, and after like hour 5, I'm like, wow, I really want to go on YouTube or something, but I just don't. I'm content with myself. That naturally builds confidence because I become more content with myself, and I feel like I don't need as many things from the outside world to be happy. So recently I went to Copenhagen and Malmo, and I travelled by myself, and that was my first time travelling by myself. But that trip taught me how little I need to be happy. It made me realise that I can be happy with less, and I'm more content with myself as a person. When you do things like that and travel by yourself, you get that sense of competence that you're good at something and you are okay with yourself. This self-contentedness does bring about a confidence boost because you realise that no matter what happens, you're probably still going to be okay because you can live with yourself and you have a greater sense of independence. You don't feel as needy and dependent on other people for your own well-being. Lastly, and the fourth thing, is a little superpower to hack human psychology. So humans have a need to play a consistent character in their tribe, right? So basically their social setting. So if you just go to all your friends and tell them, like casually, don't have to go out there and tell them like specifically, but tell them casually that you're a confident person, you will feel accountable to that, and they will probably hold you accountable to that. So naturally, when situations come up where you're required to be confident, you will just end up being more confident and kind of like fake it till you make it in a way, where you end up doing confident things without being confident and then end up becoming confident as a result of that. That's just the way humans work. So it also works if you're trying to like quit addictions. So they say if you just tell all your friends you've quit smoking and then you start smoking in front of your friends, they'll be like, well, what the fuck, I thought you'd quit smoking. So there's a little tip: tell everyone you're confident and you will feel a need to end up being more confident, to at least be in line with that character. That is everything. I hope this video has helped you to build your confidence, or obviously you can't do anything right now, but hope it helps in real life to build your confidence. If you like content like this, please like, subscribe, comment your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.